So down.
Yeah, friends, this is Words on Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ruel Gaviola, joined by with my co-host, the amazing Amanda McKnight, and we are talking about
Hello.
our experiences. First of all, at Comic Con San Diego, this was a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sharing
Yes,
some photos. Amanda and I put together this little photo album, and there's
we
the first
did.
one of Amanda. Amanda, so
This is
when did you get into town? Were you there like the night before it started, or preview night? Was it?
We were there for preview night. So I was on the same flight as my friend Daryl Andrews, and we basically our flight landed I think like 10 a.m. or something like that
Okay.
in San Diego time. I don't even remember what time it would have been. Well, I
Right.
got there really early to the airport, I know in Toronto. And
Uh,
this look that I was wearing, so I didn't wear a bathing suit onto the plane. A lot of my friends were worried I was going to do that. Like they were like, "Don't wear a bathing suit on the plane." And I was like, I'm not going to wear a bathing suit on the plane. I was like, I'm going to have my bathing suit in my bag, and then when I get to San Diego Comic-Con, I'm going to change into a bathing suit and walk around the city dressed in one, but
yeah.
I'm not wearing it on the plane. That I feel like that's a recipe for someone telling you can't get on a plane or something.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I
But
can
I
see
did
that.
have to do my hair in the morning. So I got on the flight with my hair basically like that. I touched it up a little bit when I got there,
Uh-huh.
but that was an experience. Waking up early and like putting a million pins in my hair. And then I was nervous that going through security, like there'd be like a million metal things in my head and they'd be like, what is happening? And
Yeah.
I was nervous they were going to make me take all my pins out because I was like, oh, it took me so long to do my hair.
Oh my
I don't know if I can
gosh.
redo it.
Yeah.
But they
Oh,
didn't. I was like, I don't have to remove my bobby pins, right? And they were like, no, no, no. Like, those are bobby pins.
that's cool. And I'm assuming because it's Comic Con, they sort of know that people are gonna be coming in who are cosplaying and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think. So like I was pretty cozy, but yeah, when we got there, this cosplay is Midge, by the way. So this is the original 1960s doll Midge. So
Oh.
people were like, "Oh, isn't Midge the pregnant one?" And I was like, "Yeah, but she wasn't pregnant yet. She doesn't get pregnant until the 90s in the doll history." So this was
Oh.
her original look back when Barbie was also like they were all basically just in swimsuits, the dolls,
Nice.
these little two pieces.
Awesome.
So I dressed up like that, and only some people knew who I was, but I did meet another Midge at the Barbie. The It wasn't called the Barbie experience; it was the Malibu Daydream experience because obviously they can't call it that because
Right.
it wasn't run by Mattel. But they did get Mattel's blessing though to do it, which was nice. But the event that I was at there, I ran into another Midge cosplayer who was doing the pregnant Midge, and she was
Oh.
like, "Oh, you're 1960s Midge, original Midge," and I was like, "Oh my God, Midge, you
Wow.
recognize me? I feel honored."
Amazing. Wow, that's
So
cool.
not pictured here, but we did get, I think, a couple photos together. I have them somewhere, but she was
Cool.
awesome. She was so cool.
Nice.
And then obviously Erica and Daryl were there with me.
Yeah.
So we all went to this experience and they had this area where you could like dress up. Like it was hilarious. There's a photo somewhere on the internet as well of Daryl holding up like a cardboard dress
Uh-huh.
cutout. It's fabulous.
Love it.
And yeah, this was I tried to do this every day, taking a picture. Also, the bug eyes in this photo. This is actually that was Midge's signature look. So Midge was
Oh.
deemed to be a less attractive and sort of less purchased doll. She was less popular.
You're
And a
right.
lot of people say it's because the doll looks really creepy, like her eyes are just like this. So she wasn't made to look as cute as Barbie was. So
Oh,
I tried to represent her energy throughout the day.
nice. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
cool.
there we are.
There you are.
And they weren't called Kens because they couldn't be called Kens, but
Oh,
the male dolls at the Malibu Daydream experience took that photo for us. They were so nice.
very
All of
nice.
the people that were actually acting in the experience were like amazing. They were all so good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Midge.
And then later we changed, and I was in my little. I have a little Star Trek sort of like one piece that I was wearing around, which I think other people still thought was a bathing suit, but it is not. It's just a little romper. Although you could probably wear it as one, I guess, if you wanted. It's very
Oh,
like
okay.
shiny.
Okay.
But so we went to the con floor and sort of walked around a little bit for preview night,
Hmm.
and then after that we ended up going to the Paramount Plus Lodge. I
Oh,
think that was it. Yeah, we went to the lodge for preview night, which was pretty cool.
very
But
nice.
I actually asked to come later because they actually were having like media come earlier,
Uh-huh.
but we wanted to go walk the floor, and they were so nice, Paramount. They were like, "Oh yeah, you can come later. We can like set aside passes for you." I was like, "Oh, thank you so
Cool.
much." Yeah. 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 Oh, when we were at the hall, this is the thing we were seeing. So this is actually, I didn't get any of this stuff, but this was Kith did a collaboration with X-Men and Marvel's X-Men. And so
Ooh.
they were selling like little arcade cabinets. They had Asia's shoes that were all different X-Men themes.
Wow.
That were blind boxes you could get. And they also had like a ton of awesome shirts and jackets, and it was super cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, they
look at
had
those
the
skateboards.
boards.
Wow.
Yeah, they had pins. They had so many cool things. And I remember we saw this and Daryl was like, Amanda, I don't think we can buy any of this. Like, this is just a display.
Yeah.
And then one of the people that I ran into at the con was literally like, oh, I've been there every day buying stuff, like lining up. And I was like, see, I knew you could buy stuff.
Whoa.
And then they did an online launch, but everything was one, really expensive. And I already spent all of my money at San Diego Comic-Con at that point. And two, I'd sold out within like minutes. So
wow.
Even if you wanted stuff, it was very, I looked later in the day and was like, maybe like if there's like a shirt or something, but everything was gone. So
gosh.
Yeah.
So is this still preview night at this point? Or is
this is still preview night? Yeah.
Okay.
So this is just us walking around. And I also have a vlog that went up. I have a series of vlogs that went up for like the whole experience, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys kits. So I don't know, how long does this go on for? How long am I talking for?
Like,
oh, I think after this we went to, we just went to Boom Studios. Maybe we went to like a couple of the comic. Yeah, we went to Boom after that. And we were checking out some of the comics that they had. There's me at the Paramount Plus Lodge.
Yeah,
wearing my hat. Also, it's crazy. That's a free event, and you get drink tickets, and you get a little bit of free food. You get like small sliders. They also had like someone doing sketches of you from Star Trek.
Oh,
yeah, so you could like, they had sketch artists. I didn't get a sketch, but I just took like a little video and a little picture in one of the areas that they had set up. They had like 4 different photo stations. Erica and I got a picture together that was based on Yellowknife or something, or like one of their Yellowstone. So it's really good.
The show Yellowstone.
This is the next day. So now this is me as Spider-Gwen, and Erica was Misty for the day, cosplaying with me. And this was at the beginning. We went to do some Venom pinball, and then after that, we ended up going to the Annie Mayhem, the animation area for Hulu, their setup. So you could walk through a bunch of tons of picture experiences. They had Futurama stuff. There's the pinball we went to. Today. Little detail there on Doppelganger. And this pinball is really cool. It's a Stern pinball machine. We went and got a demo of it. I'm probably going to be putting up a full video like of the demo and everything if my audio is okay from that stuff, because I filmed a lot of it.
Nice.
And it's really neat because it's actually like an RPG. So Stern's doing this thing where you can save your progress in a game, you level up, and you can actually like advance your character as you go.
So cool.
And there's different characters that you can unlock as you progress. And because it's saved to your ID, if I play with a Venom like Stern pinball anywhere in the world, all I have to do is like basically like sign in with that on the machine, and it saves you your progress.
That's amazing. That's so
you don't have to own the machine. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, oh, it's gonna change my life. Oh yeah, we found the Neopets booth. I got Neopets G Fuel. Obsessed.
Yes.
Obsessed. And I also obviously had to get a picture with, of course, the Neopets.
Yeah.
The Neopet party I also tried to talk us into, but they were like, it's like completely sold out. Like, we would love to let you come.
Oh, wow.
But we literally can't. We didn't expect it to be that crazy. And I was like, you didn't expect? You don't know how much we all love Neopets?
Right. Nice.
So yeah, but the Neopets people were really nice. And I also got a free pen.
Oh, cool. Really cool. I love the Spider-Gwen costume. It's great.
Yeah, thank you. It was really fun. It was really hot though.
Oh, I can only
with imagine. The wig and everything. Yeah. That was the other thing. Oh, this is the next day. Or no, this is later that day. I think I changed because we were supposed to go to, well, that's a whole story, but we found the Tamagotchi booth. Speaking of just late 90s, early 2000s awesomeness. And I had to get a picture with this cute little Tamagotchi who there's a real person in there.
Really?
And I
No
don't
way.
know how they are. I don't know how they are doing, but I was like, what is your life like in there?
Yeah. Is it a little person or is it?
I don't know.
Wow.
I think the hands might just be plush
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that guy,
Yeah.
but even just having a head like that and moving
Right.
around,
Oh,
like
that's
they didn't move
crazy.
around too much. They
Yeah.
just kind of shuffled, but
Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
was
here I am.
impressed.
Exit from the convention. I think this was the day that I arrived. I got my badge, and
Yes.
there's a little panoramic shot of the convention hall. This convention hall, folks, if you've never been to San Diego, it's pretty mind blowing how big this convention is.
It is really big.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the one that blows my mind the most is Essenspiel.
Yeah, okay.
Because
yeah.
Essen is like I remember I was talking to some people at the con and I was like this con's insane. And they were like, don't you have big cons in like America? And I was like, we do, but for board games, we don't have anything nearly as insane as this. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
And they were like, really? That's weird. And I was like, well, I mean, we got Gen Con, but Gen Con is not as many halls as y'all have. Like,
right.
It's wild.
Edoverse.
Yeah, so you went to the Edoverse or I went to the I think I went to the Edoverse and then we met after this.
Correct.
Right? Because this is what we did before you and I met.
Yep.
So we were actually supposed to go. So this was the story. So in the previous when I had the picture with the Tamagotchi, that was the night that we were supposed to go to the Edoverse, the opening night. We RSVP'd. They invited us to their like opening event as media. So I RSVP'd to it. And then we showed up and I'm all dressed up. Like I have my anime outfit vibes. I was wearing my Junji Ito hat. And then they were just like, oh, like, well, did you get a confirmation? And we were like, well, no, but we didn't know we needed one.
Oh,
like
no.
it just said, thanks for signing up. And they were like, oh, yeah, you need the confirmation. So I was super bummed and Erica was amazing. And she was just like, well, let's not be bummed. Like, let's like just see some of San Diego. Like there's a really nice area around here I could take you to. So we went down by the water and it was beautiful.
Oh, awesome.
And then we went on the carousel. None of that is in here, but
yeah,
it's in the vlog. And wow, Erica cheered me up. I was such a sourpuss.
Oh,
I was such like a kid ready to throw a tantrum. And Erica like mommed me into joy again.
Nice.
It was fabulous.
Erica's great.
She is great.
She's such a great person.
You went to this is the
party where we met up, right? We met up at Ballast Point.
Yeah.
I had some kind of mocktail. This is not alcoholic. I had some kind of mock like Mai Tai or something like that. And it was actually pretty good. It was good. Here I am with Nora Abraham. She does all kinds of D&D stuff. She's great. I got to work with her a couple of months ago on a tabletop news thing. And there's Amanda. Yay.
Oh, there we go. There we are at the. So we went down to the bay. And that's or the bay. What was it called? I forget what the area is called. I definitely talked about it in the vlog. But there were ducks and there was little ponds.
Oh,
so we couldn't get into Ito. I snapped that picture, so I just remembered the times that it was open because we did end up coming back another day. Then we went here and then we came to join everyone at the mixer.
Awesome.
And I'm super jealous that you got to see Nora. I miss Nora.
Oh yeah, she's
so awesome.
She really is. She's super talented and just a really kind person. And I got to hang out with her. And here I am playing games with we got Victor Bondsnader, Tim Chuan, and Tate Wu. This is at that mixer. Is a tabletop thing that Ross Thompson put together. Really fun. And I like Ballast Point. I'm not much of a drinker anymore, but that's the type of place I would go to if I was still like a hardcore. Well, not hardcore, but if I was more of a beer drinker.
Still having a drink. Yeah. Oh, here we are on the carousel before we got to.
Oh, you went on carousel? Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they had an old school, it was a retro, like a vintage carousel that was there for like years that they kept and they've maintained and stuff. And we went on it. And then I was also telling Erica like how much I love carousels. And I went to a carousel museum a little while ago for an event. And I was just saying like, I love carousels. And like, did you know? And I'm like sharing all these facts with Erica about carousels. And she was like, wow, Amanda, you really do love carousels.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that you're a carousel nerd. That's awesome.
I am a carousel nerd.
Can I put you on the spot and ask you for some kind of carousel trivia off the top of your head?
Yes. So one of my favorite things that I learned at the museum, which I would also recommend checking out, it is in Buffalo. That's when I was in Buffalo last. Went to the museum just across the border if you're from Canada, or if you're in the States, it's actually in the States. And the Carousel Museum, one of the facts that I learned, it's the Herschel Carousel Museum, by the way, was that back in the day, carousel museums, or not carousel museums, carousels were actually made for adults. They weren't made for little kids. We now think of them as a little kid ride. They used to go fast. They used to go like 44 miles an hour or something insane.
Oh my gosh.
Like around. So it was like a hype ride. Like you'd go on it. And the one that they have there actually goes pretty fast that you can ride. They're one that they've maintained at the museum. And when we were on it, like obviously it doesn't go that fast, but it goes faster than a normal carousel. And you're like, whoa, this is a little bit of the hype that people probably used to feel. Another fact is that the ears on a carousel, you can tell how old a carousel is, like roughly when it was made, from where the ears are at, because angry horses that have their ears back, they actually did that later because the horse's ears being up, a lot of people would hold them. And so the newer horses typically have their ears back. So you'll see on this carousel, some of them have their ears up, some of them have them back. So some of those horses might have been coming in after, but this looks pretty old because a lot of the ears are up. It's because people used to hold on to them. And then obviously it was like for adults. So people would just be breaking off these ears. So to fix it, they were like, we're going to put the ears down because we're tired of having to fix all these ears.
That's fascinating. Oh, awesome. So
now
I know where to go.
Look angry.
Now I know where to go when I want some carousel trivia. Thank you for sharing.
Carousel trivia. I got you.
Love it. More people I saw at the party. I was just taking selfies with folks. You
got some good selfies.
Yeah, it's really, all these people I love. I've worked with many of them in LA, and actually Victor back here is a San Diego guy, so he is a local.
Nice.
Yeah, I worked with him. He actually, I don't know if you recognize it, that's Victor Ortiz. He used to do stuff for Renegade Game Studios. He would do some videos and stuff.
I have definitely worked with Victor before. I feel like we co-hosted something.
Oh, that's right. I think you've done
awesome.
the Renegade Con and stuff. And there's Ross. He's the man. He's the one that put together the tabletop.
Yeah.
Really cool to
awesome.
see. Hey, look who's that.
Hey,
that's when we ran
there
into each
we
other.
are.
Yay.
Yeah, and then we were just talking about like, when are we going to play Boop? We got to figure out.
Exactly, which we'll be seeing real soon, folks. Boop. And there's Monica from Cephalo Fair. She's the one that does their awesome cosplay. Monica's,
nice.
And she's actually from Chicago too, so she gave me some Chicago tips as well. So that was great.
Nice.
Oh, there you are with Bonds. Nice.
Yeah, so we went to the games room over at San Diego Comic-Con, which if you didn't know, San Diego Comic-Con has a games room that you can actually go and play games. And I also found another one that was by the pinball room as well. So there was one that had like more family games that was really popping. And then there's the games room that Bonds was in, where a lot of people are actually demoing new games.
Yep.
So that is pretty cool. And we were in there to just say hi to people. It's also next to the RPG room. So there's also all of that happens at San Diego Comic-Con. Not as popular, but definitely is there.
Yeah.
And now I was like, well, we need to get a picture together now that we're all here. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there we all are together.
Talk about your costume here. So this is, how many costumes at this point, Amanda? And how many did you bring?
Right. So we've been through 3 so far.
Okay.
I think I brought 5.
Wow.
In total. And I did wear all of them.
Nice.
But yeah, it was pretty insane. I had to bring this one because this one, I was basically Amazon Prime sent me a message and sent me an email, and they had seen that I had cosplayed as Adam Eve through my socials. And so they said, are you going to be at San Diego Comic-Con? Because we'd love to have you there cosplaying as Adam Eve. And I said, yes, I will be there. And yes, I can pack my Adam Eve. I had so much fun dressing up as her last year at San Diego Comic-Con, but then there was no announcements or anything for the new season of Invincible on Amazon Prime. And I knew this year there was going to be more stuff. So I was like, well, I was between Red Sonja and Adam Eve. And the only thing with Red Sonja is that it was her 50th anniversary was being celebrated at this con. So I was super sad that I didn't bring that this year, but I will definitely do Red Sonja another time because she is a bikini cosplay. And I've realized bikini cosplays are king at San Diego Comic-Con.
They
You will
are.
be so much more comfortable in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
This was very uncomfortable,
I was
this
gonna say.
cosplay in the heat, but
Yeah.
we did it. I was very sweaty. I went and did Mortal Kombat interviews in it because I also was supposed to be interviewing some of the folks from Mortal Kombat this
Oh,
day
wow.
in the press room. And I didn't want to have to change. So I got up in the morning, put this on, and went and did that. And I was literally sweating down my legs because the one thing that people don't know about latex is that obviously it's not very breathable. It's never usually making you hotter. It's only as hot as your body is. But in San Diego, where the weather was beautiful all con, my body was feeling pretty warm. So I was really sweaty, but the sweat has nowhere to go. So what happens is wherever your suit opens up, so in this case, because it is kind of a one piece, my legs, the sweat was all going basically down my legs. So it kind of looked like, probably to some people, either that woman has real sweaty legs for some reason, or like, did she pee herself? Like, what? And my hands, that was the only areas it could come out because gravity. So it's not going to come out through my neck or anything.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of gross.
I had no idea latex did that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Fortunately, no one was saying, like, no one was like, ew, like, what's happening with you? But I was just like, some people might be thinking this if they're looking at my legs.
Yeah. I see you got some of the games that you played there in the stars.
Yeah, I wanted to. We didn't play any games when we were in there, but people were just playing that at the table that Bonds was at, and I just thought it looked super cool. So I was like, I need to take a picture of this so I can find it later. And here I am in the Mortal Kombat room. There's Ed Boon over there that's being interviewed.
Nice.
And that was the press line, which was insane.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I had a great time, but I will say that press room was a little chaotic.
Oh, here's another shot. Okay.
Yeah, this was me at the Massiverse panel. So I went to that, and there was some really exciting stuff that was announced for Massiverse, which, if you guys don't know, Massiverse is basically is blown out of Radiant Black, which is a series that is by Kyle Higgins, is the writer on it. And I've done some videos on Radiant Black for Top 10 Nerd at the behest of my good friend Uptown Duck, who also works on Nerd. And Higgins was so lovely and reached out because his mom saw the videos and showed them to him.
Oh, nice.
And so I also am like basically one of their, I don't know what you call it, like basically hype men, I guess. Like they basically contacted some people, you could fill out a form to be sort of media for them. So they send me sometimes some comics. I actually need to film after this. I'm probably going to film some stuff about some of the cool stuff they have going on. But from Radiant Black, they have now like 6 or 7 series, and they're all set in the same universe, and they'll have very different tones. So it's really, really cool.
Awesome.
So that's Massiverse. Yeah, everyone should check out No One. That's my favorite one. It is a podcast and a comic, and the story goes back and forth between the two.
Oh, okay, cool.
Revolutionary.
Love it.
Never had a story told like that. Then I went straight from there to the Mortal Kombat panel. And so it was like, leave the interviews, run over to Massiverse finished, run over to Mortal Kombat again to do the panel. And this panel was nuts. They dropped so many cool things. They showed off the combat pack. I got a reaction video in the room that's up on my channel if you guys want to see how people reacted to it. It was magical. And I just love how much even like everyone that works on Mortal Kombat like loves it. Like it's not just the fans who are amazing. The community is amazing for Mortal Kombat, especially for a fighting game, you wouldn't think. But it's the nicest community and some of the most passionate creators who've been working on, like Ed Boon has been working on this for like 30 years, been working on Mortal Kombat since it first started as one of the creators. And he still definitely loves it. Like you can tell.
Yeah. Oh, that's so neat to hear. I love that, the passion. Oh, what do we got here?
Yeah.
This is
so this was Johnny Cage. He's going to be having his own movie. So they did a little preview for that, and then they also did, like I said, the combat pack, and it is pretty cool. I love Johnny Cage, so I had to film this trailer because I was like, yo, neat. I'm so excited. Johnny Cage is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Cage hype.
Yeah.
Oh, more cosplay. Is that a R2D2 bunny?
That's an R2D2 bunny and a She-Hulk. And
She-Hulk and
I was literally
bunny.
by the Skybound booth because I
Oh.
was meeting up with some people for some. The reason why I was at Adam Eve that day was because there was some Invincible events that I was going to be going to, and the lovely bunny here and She-Hulk basically asked to take photos with me, and I was like, "Can I take photos with you?" Actually, so we all took photos with each other, which is my favorite thing about cosplay. And then this, I think, is me at the Invincible. Yeah, this is me at the Invincible panel. So this is like a lot of the creators talking about making the series. So making the animated series.
Cool.
That was inspired by the comic.
Oh, yeah. There's Invincible
yeah.
Clash. Hey.
Hey, and there's me with Gracie, who is also another one of the Adam Eves that Gracie the Cosplay Lass, which I did not know who she was before this, but everyone knows Gracie and loves her. So,
nice.
And so now I'm very happy that I also know her because, yeah, she was so lovely and so sweet. And so she, when I ran into her at the booth, where I was like, "Oh, are you waiting to talk to someone?" She's like, "Yeah, are you waiting?" I was like, "Well, we need to get a picture together, obviously."
Of course.
So the person she was with took a picture of us, which was really nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. And there's me, I think, maybe at the hall. I don't know. Just me taking pictures of my Adam Eve. Hey. This is me after the panel. Yeah, so this is me with Kira. Kira Kelly, who is the other cosplayer that was Adam Eve. So there were 3 of us. It was Kira, Gracie, and me. And then this is also my friend Gotham Geek Girl, Nadia, who is amazing. She is basically does the same kind of stuff that I do. We both just talk about comics online and love them and nerd out. And this was our first con where we got to meet in person. And she was also cosplaying that day. So she was actually Invincible's daughter. And obviously Adam Eve's daughter as well, which for people that don't know, I guess spoiler, but the comic's also been out for a long time. So I think it's fine if I say
Oh, that's great. So that's really neat. You were able to meet some people for the first time in real life.
Yeah. I love meeting people. Like when you meet friends that are like your nerd friends, it's really awesome. That's me with Corey Walker, who's one of the creators of Invincible.
Nice.
As well. And he was there. And then that is me with that's Ghostmaker cosplay, and that's actually Nadia's partner. So
nice.
Which his cosplay was amazing.
Yeah.
I was just at first I was like, wait, who? Like I think he had his mask off, so I didn't know. And I was like, wait, who are you? And he was like, I'm Ghostmaker. And I was like, what? No way. And I was like, you are. And I was like, oh, I need a picture with you. I love Ghostmaker.
Nice.
He's a character from DC, and he's basically like Batman's one of his good friends who came up with him when they're both training together, but then they become like rivals later in life, and then they become friends again.
Yeah, I love the cosplay at Santa Comic-Con. It's amazing. Yeah, Deadpool.
There's me with the Deadpool. You always got to get some pics with Deadpool when you're at a con.
Love the heart.
It's necessary. Yeah. Yes. This was the best. They were like, maybe instead of doing the heart with him, just give him a thumbs up. And I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Poor Deadpool. Nice. And then I had to get a picture with this Red Skull. Yeah. He was so good. Yeah, and he had his cosmic cube too. So I was like, uh-oh, better watch out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then we went to the Bad Idea party after. So I went to all those panels. Then I went with Daryl and Erica and Maggie, actually, over to Maggie Clayton to the Bad Idea Comics party, which was really awesome. You always meet so many cool people at that party, by the way. And Bad Idea Comics, they just started a Kickstarter where they're trying to basically save digital comics from just being monopolized through Amazon. And do digital comics right so that you can actually read them well and they look good.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then I went back to do another Invincible event. This is still the same day.
Wow. Amanda, you got so much energy. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We went back to do the Adam Eve screening. So they did an Adam Eve special, and we went back and watched that, and it was super amazing. Especially to be there dressed as Adam Eve.
Yeah.
Wow. And obviously we saw an Omni-Man there, and I was like, well, I have to get pictures with Omni-Man.
Of course. Yeah.
And they give us free posters and pins, everyone that came to the screening. So,
cool.
It's really nice. And then this is the next day. So this is me as Madeline Pryor over at the Marvel booth, taking some pictures. For those that don't know, Madeline Pryor is the evil clone of Jean Grey, aka Marvel Girl. And she was created by Mr. Sinister, and she is also known as the Goblin Queen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love
this is like one of my favorite cosplays. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. This, as well as my Adam Eve costume, were actually both made by Black Mist Clothing, who is a local artist that I work with. My friend Julia, she makes amazing stuff. And people always ask me, like, how do you make stuff with latex? I'm like, oh, dude, like, most of the costumes I wear, I do not make. Sometimes I will get items and I will modify things. And that's the extent of my ability to create clothing. I have ideas for clothing, but what I usually do is I find artists that I can pair with, that I can sort of share my design ideas, and then we can work on something together. So, and then I love it because I got to give work to people that I also believe in what they do. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be a lot of work.
Also,
to put something together like that, right? Out of latex?
She made all of the latex stuff, and that was actually her first cape too, which is PVC. And then the stockings and the gloves that I'm wearing that are black, which those are actually stockings, not shoes. I added the boots on. Those are actually from Artifice Clothing, which is also a local shop that does PVC and latex clothing in Toronto. So, and they were custom. So, yeah.
Oh, that's
and there's me with the Alex Ross art. Yeah,
that's a great photo. Look at that.
Thank you. Yeah, I love this mural. So good. Erica took this. Erica also became my like unofficial photographer during this con.
I remember that. Yeah,
she did a good job.
When I met up with y'all on this day, she was like, #1 assistant /
Yeah, she was like, let me hold this for you. Let me take the picture.
Yeah. Oh, I think I took this picture. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely took this.
Yes.
Anytime I see a Chewy, I've got to take a picture. This Chewbacca.
That's got to be hot, man.
Yeah, and this person was tall. I don't know if they were on stilts or whatever, but they were huge, and that's why I had to take a picture. Like they're literally head and shoulders above everyone else in that room. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
there's me with Doctor Who.
Yeah,
we saw Doctor Who, and I was like, "Wow, this is one of my favorite doctors." So
nice.
Got to get a picture with the Whittaker Doctor Who.
Yeah, this is a panel I went to. I go to this one anytime I go to Comic-Con. It's Mark Evanier. He is a writer of the comic that we're reading right now, Gru the Wanderer, and he hosts this thing called Quick Draw every year. So he gets a couple of artists, and he and the audience just throw out a random subject, and they draw as fast as they can, and it's amazing. And this is
the one you were telling me about.
Yeah.
This is the one where you were at before we met up, and you were like, "I'm just coming from this." Yeah.
This was funny. I forget. Oh, this was the prompt was Muppets Gone Bad, I think. And
oh my gosh,
the one on the left, if you can see, that is Oscar the Grouch as a psychiatrist saying "get over it" to someone. And then the one in the middle is Elmo on acid, and the one on the right is I forgot what the one on the right is, but it's so funny. And these, it's always a highlight of the show. Yeah, that was in one of the bigger halls, but always a good time. There they are there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this one was really fun. So they did this thing with 6 artists. 3 were sitting down, and they would draw while the other guys were not, or the other artists were not looking. They would draw the top half of a character. And then they would cover it with a piece of paper, and then the other artists would open their eyes and they'd go sit down and they would draw the bottom half of a character. So it led to some really funny creations,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so creative. There's a picture of the hall. There's me and the Mandalorian.
Hey, you and Mando.
I gotta take a picture of Mando.
That's so funny. I'm actually wearing, you can't tell from the top of this dress, but I'm actually wearing my Mando dress.
Oh, no way. You have a Mando dress? That's awesome.
I do. I got this actually at Fan Expo last year in Toronto.
Wow. Does it have pockets? Awesome. Do you have pockets?
It has pockets.
Michelle always talks about she loves anything with pockets. Any kind of dress, she's all about the pockets.
Yeah, this is a really cool one. I don't know. I know there's a tag somewhere on here, but I will have to tell you after where the person is. They're on Etsy, I think.
Oh, okay.
They have their own shop. So.
Nice.
And she has like a bunch of Disney ones, and yeah,
cool.
They're all really pretty, and they're from paintings that she did. So she painted these.
Very cool. This is just outside the hotel. There, they have all the advertisements and stuff. Yeah. Here's the this is where we met up that day. Yeah, we were playing Foo Fighters, the pinball machine, which was amazing. Now, one thing I was a little bummed. I mean, it was loud in that room, but I wanted this machine louder so I could hear the music. I couldn't really hear the music.
Yeah, we couldn't hear the music.
Yeah.
And the Foo Fighters one was actually made by, so the person that was giving us the demo for the Venom pinball the few days before that we had that,
Yeah.
we made friends with him. His name, I believe, was Jack, and he's actually on Twitch as Dead Flip, where he streams pinball. And he also works with Stern helping to make pinballs. And basically he just was somebody that was like in the world of pinball, and then they like pulled him in to make pinballs for them. And he was amazing. He was super knowledgeable, and he made Foo Fighters. So I was like, we gotta go play Dead Flip's game while we're like, let's go back to the room and let's check it out.
And here's you and Erica playing the Foo Fighters pinball. I have a confession.
That's us playing cooperative.
Yeah, cooperatively. I have a confession, Amanda. So when I saw y'all at the pinball place here, I recognized you right off the bat, right? I did not. I was a little embarrassed. I didn't recognize Erica. I did not know that was Erica until a few minutes in. I was like, oh, that's Erica. Like,
hilariously, Erica said to me, "No one will recognize me with this purple wig, Amanda. Watch." Anytime I change my hair color, it's like I look like a totally different person to people.
Yeah, I felt so.
And I said, yeah. Well, it's because people. I was like, I bet if I did the same, like. Although that being said, I don't know. When I'm dressed up as Gwen, people still recognize me. Yeah, so maybe not as much. But I was saying, I think when you have red hair, it's so striking that it confuses people.
Yeah, I was totally confused, and I felt bad because then afterwards, like, oh, that's been Erica the whole time, and I didn't like really say hi. Anyways, sorry, Erica, if you're watching this, but it was great hanging out with you. This is just a view of downtown San Diego. Beautiful shot of downtown.
Here we are outside. We found this like sexy Magikarp, and I was like, oh man, we got to get a picture of this Magikarp. Like he was Gengar and this Magikarp. It was awesome.
It's perfect.
It was awesome.
Oh, here's my beer or my cider.
At the pool. Yeah. So then we went down to the pool at the hotel I was staying at, which is the one that's by Hall H, and we just chilled by the pool, had food, and played Boop.
Finally, we were talking about this for so long. We wanted to play Boop, and we got to play Boop. It was such a treat. One of the highlights of my show for sure.
And the first game of Boop, our food came, so we were going to take a break. But as we were trying to put it away, I knocked it, so it all went everywhere. So we had to reset it up and play again. And Ruel won. And if you want to see more of that exciting playthrough, you can check it out on my YouTube channel because I did record it.
And I will for those of you watching this on YouTube, we are recording this live on Twitch. I will put the links below in the description. So this was such a treat. We had food, we had cocktails or adult beverages, and played a game of Boop. It was a real treat. It was
really fun.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I was like, I should do more of this when I'm at San Diego. Comic-Con. Less of like actual Comic-Con, more of just hang out with people and like play games.
Yeah, and here we are hanging out. Hey, that's my burrito. I really enjoyed that burrito. That was a good burrito.
Yeah, the food actually at the pool bar there was like really awesome.
Surprisingly good. Yeah, I was very pleased. And I remember,
and we like accrue to crew as we went on.
Totally. And I remember I was bummed because I wanted those hot dogs. You remember when we saw the hot dogs walking across? And I was like,
they were gone.
And they were gone by the time we came back. So
yeah,
not a bag stuff. Oh,
it took us a while to figure out what we were doing. Oh Wolverine. Yeah, so this was, I saw a Wolverine and I was wearing my Wolverine booty shorts, which if you guys don't know the story of the booty shorts, last year at San Diego Comic-Con, I made friends with B. Dave Walters, and Dave was like trying to help me find, I wanted like a Wolverine bikini. I wanted like nerdy bikinis. So he was like, I don't know about nerdy bikinis, but I do know there's nerdy booty shorts. And he took me to Pixel That, who sells nerdy booty shorts, and they didn't have any Wolverine ones. And he said, Amanda, if you find Wolverine booty shorts, I will wear them with you. So I commissioned these from Pixel That, and I commissioned some for Dave, and he did wear them, and I gifted them to him. And so this day I was wearing those, and I also had a shirt that was from Roosevelt's that was gifted to me from their social media team, who's super lovely. And it's a Wolverine shirt with him fighting Sauron, the mutate, who's like kind of a dinosaur, not the Lord of the Rings villain.
Right.
And when I saw Wolverine, I was like, I mean, I gotta do that.
Yeah, that's a good Wolverine too. I like that.
Yeah, he's really good.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
this is us
actually
at Fogo de Chao.
Hogan
Yeah,
the Shao. Nice. I know Daryl's a
this
big
killed
fan
me
of
though.
his. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it was really good. And they initially they said they didn't have the pineapple anymore, and we were like, "What? You don't have the pineapple anymore?" And they were like, "We got pineapple for you guys," and we were like,
That's
"Yeah!" So we
awesome.
were all like losing our minds because the pineapple was there.
So
But yeah, we
good.
got back, and I literally I ate so much, I think, and just because I hadn't really been eating as much
Yeah.
the last few days, I was like, I need to lay down because I can just feel my tummy like not
Yep.
vibing.
Yeah.
Everyone else went down to the bar. I was like, I'm gonna lay down for a bit and then maybe I'll come join you guys.
Yeah.
And
That
I
was
was
it.
out.
Down for the count. Yep. I know
Fell
that
asleep with
feeling.
my makeup on.
Oh.
Just yeah. It was a whole vibe. And this is walking by Mina's Lounge, which is where we hung out a lot last year at the
Oh,
hookah.
okay.
But we didn't really hookah this year.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
was a weird year. It was kind of like a much more chill SDCC. I don't know. What did you think of SDCC this year?
It was I was there 2 of the 4 days, and I got a similar feeling. It was, I mean, of course it's crowded as heck, but yeah,
I mean, it's still San Diego Comic Con.
it's still
So like a
Comic-Con,
million
yeah.
people are there, yeah.
Yeah. But, for everyone, it's always going to be a different experience. You go there's certain things you can do or not do. And I felt the same way. I was trying to take it easy, just knowing that I had Gen Con the following week. And,
Yeah.
so I was trying to pace myself. But, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. This is
That's
a
my
bed full of
haul.
swag. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's my
Wow.
haul. I got a
Wow.
lot of stuff. Hence why when I went to go buy Kit's stuff and I was looking at those US prices, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we got money for that.
Look at all this good stuff. I
Got a
love
lot of cool
the
stuff.
backpack that you got here. Where'd you get the backpack?
Yes, the backpack. That was from the Animayhem experience, and the backpack was coveted.
Yeah.
People were like, where'd you get that? They gave it out for free. So if you went through the experience, you got it at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all the good stuff, folks.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I got a lot of good stuff. So here's some of the comics.
Yeah.
So I got, that was the free one that we got at Bad Idea for going to that event.
Nice.
So they give out a free comic. This was what I got for free when I went to the Massiverse panel and I asked a question. I asked Kyle if there was going to be a green Radiance, because the Radiance, if you don't know, it's basically like Power Rangers, but if it was like actually for adults. So, and Kyle was the writer for Power Rangers for that series when it was with Boom. Well, I mean, it still is with Boom Studios. I don't think he's writing Power Rangers anymore, but he's the one that like made Power Rangers huge for comics. So I asked that question and he said, no, that's not happening, Amanda. And I was like, okay, well, if you ever want to do it, I'll cosplay as your green Radiant. Nice. And he was like, okay, well, I'll consider it. And then he gave me a free Black Light cover comic.
Very cool.
Last time they did those. Yeah. So that was really nice of him to do. And then I picked up a Day of Blood foil cover.
Nice.
Star Trek getting spicy. I need to read all the Day of Blood stuff, but I know I'm going to love it. So yeah.
I love the Star Trek. Ooh, little Jean
Yeah,
Grey.
we got some fancy covers from the Hellfire collection. This is like the Hellfire Gala when it was throughout all of the issues a couple years ago. And I have a few of these sort of magazine style covers. So I just saw some more and I was like, I need more of these. I forget Nakagawa, I think is maybe the last name of the person that does the art. I'm so sorry, I don't remember, but his art's amazing.
Yeah, so. I love this style of cover too. It's got that sort of like fashion magazine look or whatever.
Yeah, right? I envision like when I own a house like this. These are things that we can have on the table.
Yeah,
for sure. And yeah. I got my Peach Momoko cover signed by Peach Momoko, which I was very excited about. And also the people that brought her there, which I think she was there with Titan Comics. She was there with Titan, but I don't think it's Titan Comics. I think it's a place that sells comics. I'm not sure if they're also Titan, the publisher, but they were so nice. And I would have normally had to get a token, but because I was media and they knew I was running a million places, they were just like, you know what? She's here right now. Like we can maybe just grab her for a second for you. And I was like, oh my God. So I bought stuff from them. Yeah. And then this is a cover that I had custom made, a blank cover that Babs Tar did for me that I had commissioned.
Wow.
And Babs Tar being like the legend that she is, making me a super spicy Starfire.
That's great.
I just love her art. And also, I love seeing Babs. Babs has become like if Babs is at the con that I'm at, like, I'm like, I have to go visit Babs's booth and buy stuff.
Neat.
Like, I just need to support her.
Yeah.
And I got Spy Family, the first volume. I just started watching the anime, and it's so good. Actually, I just watched an episode of it last night.
Oh,
so
cool.
Good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things
about it.
about
read
it.
The manga. Yeah. Yeah. And the manga was like $10 or something.
Oh, wow.
Like, for the first volume. Oh, that guy is up. Do you see him walking away?
Oh my gosh,
The
yeah.
man from Up.
Look at that.
I just
That's
had to take a picture of him because I thought he was
great.
for a little video of him because I just thought he looked amazing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I just realized.
I like noticed him as he was leaving, so I didn't
Yeah.
have the opportunity to run up and ask if I could take a video or a picture. So also sorry, man, who is from Up, if you're watching this and you're like, I did not consent.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry
about
folks.
that. You're too awesome. I had to. This is me on the last day, dressed up as swimsuit special Jean Grey Phoenix. That I figured I would just wear something nice and casual, and that was the most comfortable cosplay I wore the entire time. So I was like,
that's
next
cool.
year, more bathing suits.
Nice.
This is me with Tom Taylor, who is the writer of Nightwing, and I was just getting him to sign one of my Nightwing covers. I actually really wanted Bruno Redondo to sign it, who's the artist for Nightwing, but Bruno wasn't there. So I was like, well, Tom Taylor is here, so I guess I'll settle for Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor's amazing, though. He's so nice. He was such a nice guy.
Oh, nice.
I really wanted to be that person to be like, well, Bruno isn't here, so I had to settle for you, Tom. But he was so nice. I was like, even though I know I'm just joking, like, I can't even say that. He's too nice. I got a picture with a Maui who was there. I love Moana, so I was like, I need a picture.
That's great.
Yeah. I think this might be one of the pictures too where he asked for a picture with me. And I was like, wait, no, I want a picture with you. Let's just take pictures together. And then I had to play more pinball. So this is the pinball on the floor of the hall. So they also had pinball there as well as the pinball room. And while Daryl was waiting to get some stuff signed, I definitely went and played like 5 games of pinball.
Yeah, that Venom pinball was pretty sweet.
Yo, it's so good. I'm obsessed. I need to own some pinballs. I went over to FX and I got some pictures with the What We Do in the Shadows setup.
Oh, okay.
And they gave us free popsicles.
Really? That's a pop? Oh my gosh. That's
a popsicle.
Cool.
It was a pina colada popsicle. It was delicious.
Oh, that sounds good.
And then I went back because I went back. Daryl was at the pool, so I was going to meet up with him. And he was like, "Oh, you got a popsicle?" He was like, "You didn't get me a popsicle?" I was like, "You weren't there. I can't get you one." What I was supposed to say? Can I get one for my friend? Yeah, he was like, "I'm kind of jealous of your popsicle." I was like, "I mean, fair. It's pretty delicious."
Nice.
Yeah, so that was the What We Do in the Shadows setup, and the person there just took a photo of me, which was really nice because I was just chilling in line by myself.
This seems like this.
At that point, Erica had flown out. So.
Oh, okay. This is such a San Diego picture right here. I love this shot. This is
right.
So San Diego.
It's me in like my cosplay swimsuit and just
outside,
taking a picture, pretending to be outside, but also in a vampiric setting.
Right.
Very cool. And then we went to the pool.
Oh,
so I
back
chilled
to
by
the pool. Nice.
Back to the pool. Hanging out, and that was really nice. Oh, we saw my friend Andrew the artist. And he gave Daryl and I both a couple free pieces of art that he was carrying around with him of his.
Very cool.
I met him last year at San Diego Comic-Con, and the final day I was able to find some time to meet up with him. So he just came and chilled with us at the pool. Like, he was like, "Oh, I have my swimsuit in my bag. I'll just come hang out with you guys." And I was like, "Sweet."
That pool is so amazing. That was like the spot to be.
Yeah, the pool was awesome. The only thing was it was not open late enough, but that's my only complaints. Then we went to go watch Dazed and Confused. Which is one of Daryl's favorite movies. I've never seen it. And obviously, as a 420 friendly person, I was like, Daryl's like, it's basically a stoner movie. And I was like, oh, yeah, I need to see that. And I didn't know that's where, like, all right.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
I did not know.
Yeah, he was so young. Yeah. So is this the last thing you did? Is this the last thing?
That's the last thing. Okay. Then we basically went back, played a little bit of bag Tetris, and flew back. Yeah, and Maggie was obviously there with us with her sister Katie, who's super nice as well.
I have not met Maggie yet. I know we're connected on the socials, but we have not met in person yet. It's so I know we've crossed paths just like this. It's so funny.
We need to fix that.
I agree.
You guys would definitely hit it off. Maggie is amazing. She's so much fun.
Yeah.
I might actually be going to New Orleans with Maggie in a few months.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
For work or for just to hang out?
Just for fun.
Cool.
Just for fun. Maggie was gonna go. I mean, like, I might go and like make it kind of work. Like, I might vlog because I've never been to New Orleans before, and
okay.
I'm obsessed with Anne Rice vampire books,
yeah,
and her writing in general. So I'm like, can we do like supernatural stuff? And Maggie's like, oh yeah, we can. Like, I mean, it's New Orleans.
Gotta go find the vampire Lestat.
I'm gonna try to find Lestat one there for sure and get him to marry me. And I'll probably my partner will probably just be like, yes, that is exactly that is correct.
That's great.
Probably would support me marrying Lestat. Honestly.
Yeah, right.
He probably would.
Oh, that was great. Thank you for sharing, Amanda. That was fantastic. I mean, you know, you were there the entire time, and I was there just for, you know, a couple of days. But yeah, just to see all the cool things that you did and all the swag and all the people.
Very tired when I got home.
I was gonna say, like, how long does it take you to recover from events like this?
I mean, really, it probably takes me about like a week to really get back into the rhythm.
Okay.
But the hilarious part is actually I did land and then went home. My mom came and picked me up. I went home. I slept for a few hours. I like washed my face, like basically like took a little nap. And then I literally got up and got ready to go see Barbie because I hadn't seen Barbie yet. So
oh, wow.
I had plans that evening to meet people for Barbie. So I had like a nap and then got up and then got ready and went to Barbie.
Wow.
And got all dressed up to go see Barbie and then made content about Barbie. So
oh my gosh.
It takes me a week, but I still keep going.
Yeah, look at you. I mean,
really
yeah, you are a bundle of energy, Amanda. That's awesome. Thank you again for sharing. Folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, we are doing this live on Twitch and want to say hi to all our Twitch viewers. Thank you for hanging out.
Hello.
As Amanda and I do our recaps of Comic-Con and Gen Con, just want to shout out Rick, Time Roller, Ryan, all y'all, Del Hidio, Deadpan. Thank you so much.
Is this true? Rick is saying that there's a Spy Family game?
Oh, it was released at Gen Con. I did not see it. I did not know that.
We did see a Spy Family Tamagotchi that Erica and I tried to get, but we couldn't get it when we were there. But we did get the con exclusive Tamagotchis.
Oh,
so
very cool.
Hopefully we'll probably be able to get Spy Family like when it releases to the market, like in Canada. But a board game, because
interesting.
Would want to know more about that.
Yeah.
Let me know who's publishing that. I need to. Someone send me a link.
Yeah.
I need to.
We will. Yeah. Someone, if you can. Yeah. Blue Fun Guy's all excited about that as well. So,
yeah.
Folks, if you can drop a link in chat, we would appreciate it. And if not, we'll do some research afterwards. But